make this video because they are, basically I'm trying to fathom out. I've just had a rough weekend, believe me, OD. I was so close to suicide, you wouldn't believe it. They are trying to starve me out, take everything from me. I've got no clothes, I've only got what I stand up, and they've nearly starved me to death before. The point of calling out across Europe now, all families and children who know me, is because I believe that, as I've seen in narcissist behaviour, there are so many posts on Instagram, and it is that they're talking about you, lying about you. And now I really believe this is the case with Britain, because it is, you know, I was a childhood experiment, definitely, psychological experiment, pinned down system, Staffordshire, and we were medically abused. We were given drugs, and there's hundreds of girls that support me in this. They formed a group on Facebook. There was never any justice, like Helmut Kettler. I survived all of that. It was a lot, really. They disabled me as a child. They gave me lifelong post-traumatic stress disorder. I sued Staffordshire County Council. I sued Longman Hall School Honour Me Limited for a petty, lousy, crappy payout. Really, it was an insult. Really, it was. Human rights violations, bastard, tortured daily. No, not allowed any clothes, no human rights, nothing. Many have committed suicide or become alcoholics or drug addicts, and yeah, we weren't believed for decades. So that, as I've said before, that was my youth. My family is scum, that's how come I ended up there. I've said it many times, I hate my mother. Yeah, and the rest of them are scum too. And that's how the state get their hands on kids like me and kids that they got their hands on, you know. There's so many cover-ups in Britain. There are so many dead, and the police are involved, medics were involved, social workers were involved, all of them were involved. I repeat that, and I'll repeat that to the end of my days. I mean, I just posted a link to a book released now, and the hospital or something, and I'll link it in below my YouTube video, and it was, we were treated like a piece of meat, an experiment, and that's, we were trapped worse than we treat animals. That's what it was like. You know, we were trapped, no one could hear a scream, only medics, social workers, police. Oh, the police were deeply involved in this. And you know, there was a policewoman exposed them recently, Britain, in the Rotherham child abuse cover-up. This has been going on for decades in Britain. As the psychic detective recordings before all this came about said in June, they want to silence you because I know too much about, far too much, that they've done. The whole point of, yeah, as I say, calling on the whole of Europe really, because I've had so much gratitude for being the good and kind person I am as a parent to hundreds of other families' children. The real me, you know, with the shop down the road that was the mayor's, and I've got it recorded, best friends, and then some sickos around the corner set me up, and I've got all the videos to say nobody's ever heard of me, seen me in the whole of Turkey, knows I've been getting set up for years, you know. And I really, this is the point of these videos now, is Red Cross have ignored me for 3 solid months, and then I started, why haven't I heard? Sorry, there's nothing more we can do for you. Oh, right, okay, why is that? Just, we'll contact the Central Office Madrid. I'm just getting pushed over the edge, you know, to the point of suicide, or keep fighting. Remember why I said I'll fighting? Keep fighting. So I've survived again, a close call, definitely, too close to call. They've destroyed, you know, they've ripped everything from me. They disabled me as a child, so I was paid for that by the British state. That's been taken away. They crippled me, police brutality, twice in 2018, May and September. Talking Police and Police Scotland, they're still covering up the CCTV, access to data. You know, go look. Where's my access to data? Go look. Where's my reports of to police complaints? Go look. Where's all these? I've got all kinds of recordings on my reviews without question. All these access to data, GDP, all of it, all these corrupt solicitors, all these corrupt courts. So, you know, and these sicko medics, truly. And yeah, it's like quite terrifying really to come from a childhood background that I did and have any trust in any of them, because they're soulless, pure evil. They are soulless, pure evil. To be able to do that to anybody, to Obey Council as well, you know, it was like they just absolutely savaged my life, blown it to pieces, life sabotage, you know. And that's, again, as when I was a small child, my family are as scumbag as them. There's like a detectives like that, they are shameless, and at the time I'm going, well, trying to defend them, there's no defending them, they're scum, they're absolute scum. They're there fighting over my mother's death, trying to get the old cow's money, right? Oh, fuck off and do that, you know. And I'm trying to survive here, and I couldn't give a fuck about them anymore, I truly couldn't. Yeah, feelings mutual. And the psychic detective was absolutely right. I'm here for my own safety. I've been left utterly destitute. Each and every option that I had to try and get a status here has been just dragged from under my feet. Every step of the way, from being poisoned, crippled, battered, poisoned near to death, to getting through that was living hell on earth. Surviving that, being well enough to get out of Britain, which was said to me that I'd have to. The barristers, absolute vile abuse, like, stole £3,000 off me. The setups, all of it can be evidence. So I really do feel as though there is some really vile corruption involved in this now, because it does go so high up to the top, and I still need documentary makers now, because the press and the media, you know, I have spoken to them. They can give me advice of what they're going to do to me next, try and say I'm crazy, discredit me, because it's the only fucking defence they've got for the animals they are and the savage evil they are, and what they've done to me, and that I'm talking throughout my lifetime. So the fight goes on. I will never stop fighting. Thank you.